शुभोदय महोदय।
नमस्सर्वेभ्यः। प्रार्थनया प्रारम्भं कुर्मः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Please don't turn on your videos, kindly a request. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरिः ओम तत्सत्। Just give me a moment. I have to disable few things. People always do the wrong thing. Okay. हरि ओम तत्सत्। स्वागतं कक्ष्यायाम्। अद्य अस्माभिः अग्रे गन्तव्यमस्ति, बहु पठितव्यमस्ति। सिद्धोऽस्मि। श्लोकेषु अन्वयक्रमः इति द्वितीयपाठस्य पञ्चम उपभागे स्मः। तस्याः पवित्रपांसुमपांसुलानां धुरि कीर्तनीया मार्गं मनुष्येश्वरधर्मपत्नी श्रुतेरिवार्थं स्मृतिरन्वगच्छत्। तस्याः कुरन्यासपवित्रपांसुमपांसुलानां धुरि कीर्तनीया मार्गं मनुष्येश्वरधर्मपत्नी श्रुतेरिवार्थं स्मृतिरन्वगच्छत्। वयं ज्ञास्यामः यत् अत्र रघुवंशात् द्वितीयसर्गात् स्वीकृतश्लोकानां पठनं कुर्वन्तः स्मः। तत्र रघुः क्षम्यतां दिलीपः स्वपत्न्या सह वसिष्ठाश्रमं प्रविष्टवान्। तत्र वसिष्ठः पुत्रप्राप्त्यर्थम् एवमेवं कुरु इति सूचितवान्, नन्दिन्याः सेवां कुरु इति। तस्मिन् प्रकरणे एव स्मः। तु तत्र कथं प्रचलति नन्दिन्याः सेवा एवम् इति वर्णनं क्रियमाणमस्ति कालिदासेन। तस्याः कुरन्यासपवित्रपांसुम्, अत्र विभजनं। कुरन्यासपवित्रपांसुम् इति कर्मपदं, परन्तु समस्तं। पांसुलानां धुरि कीर्तनीया मार्गं मनुष्येश्वरधर्मपत्नी श्रुतेः इव अर्थं स्मृतिः अन्वगच्छत्। अत्र विभक्ति प्रत्ययाः के सन्ति अत्र इति ज्ञास्यामः। तेन तत्र अन्वयक्रमः सुलभः भविष्यति। तस्याः इति षष्ठी, स्त्रीलिङ्गे तस्याः इति षष्ठी तद् शब्दस्य। खुरन्यासपवित्रपांसुम् इति प्रायः पुल्लिङ्गे कर्मपदरूपेण दृश्यते। खुरन्यासपवित्रपांसुः, पांसुम् इति मनसि स्थापयामः। कर्मपदं द्वितीया एकवचने प्रायः पुल्लिङ्गे अस्ति इति। अपांसुलानाम्, अत्र बहुवचने अपांसुलानाम् इति बहुवचने षष्ठी बहुवचने अस्ति। तस्य तयोः तेषां सीतायाः सीतयोः सीतानां पांसुलानां प्रायः स्त्रीलिङ्गे। अत्र रामाणाम् इति पुल्लिङ्गे अपि तथैव श्रूयते, स्थापयामः मनसि। षष्ठी बहुवचने अस्ति इति। धुरि, धुरि इति प्रायः सप्तमी रूपम् इति मन्ये। तत्र धुरि इकारान्तत्वं श्रूयते सप्तम्यो बहुत्र। तु तत्र कीर्तनीया प्रथमा एकवचनं स्त्रीलिङ्गे। या कापि स्त्री कीर्तनीया अस्ति, तस्याः गुणविशेषणमस्ति कीर्तनीया या कापि स्त्री। अत्र तु वयं जानीमः दिलीपस्य धर्मपत्नी सुदक्षिणा एव स्यात् कीर्तनीया इति। मार्गम् अत्र पुनः मार्गः इत्यस्य द्वितीया एकवचने मार्गम् इति भवति। तर्हि तदपि यथा कुरन्यासपवित्रपांसुम् इति द्वितीयायामस्ति एतदपि अस्ति। प्रायः तयोः सम्बन्धः वर्तते, परस्परविशेषणविशेष्यसम्बन्धः वर्तते इति जानीमः एतावत्। मनुष्येश्वरधर्मपत्नी एतत्तु जानीमः। कीर्तनीया सा मनुष्येश्वरधर्मपत्नी, मनुष्येश्वरस्य धर्मपत्नी सुदक्षिणा एव स्यात्। तर्हि मनुष्येश्वरधर्मपत्नी इति विशेषणत्वम् अपि कीर्तनीया इति विशेषणस्य साकं सुदक्षिणायाः भवति इति ज्ञातुं शक्नुमः। वयं किं कुर्वन्तः स्मः? समानाधिकरणं कुत्र कुत्र अस्ति, समानविभक्तिरूपाणि कुत्र कुत्र सन्ति इति पश्यन्तः स्मः। एतेन तेषाम् एकत्रीकरणं शक्यते। श्रुतेः एतदपि षष्ठी विभक्ति एव, श्रुतेः, आफ् द श्रुति। ओके, मत्याः मतेः एवं रूपं स्यात् तत्र। इव, इव तु इन्डिक्लैनबल् अव्ययशब्दमस्ति। इव अर्थं, सो अत्र सवर्णदीर्घः। इव अर्थम्, इवार्थम्, अर्थं, पर्पस्, meaning, this kind of sense is there in that. Smritihi इव अन्वगच्छत्। स्मृतिः इति प्रथमा एकवचने अपि च स्त्रीलिङ्गे स्मृतिशब्दः। स्मृतिः इव तु प्रायः स्मृतिः इव इत्यत्र उपमानमस्ति। स्मृतिः इति अस्माकं सुदक्षिणायाः उपमानत्वेन स्थापितमस्ति। स्मृतिः इव सा अस्ति इति वक्तुं क्रियापदमस्ति अन्वगच्छत्। अगच्छत् इति लङ्लकारे अनु इति उपसर्ग, अर्थात् कापि कोऽपि अग्रे गच्छति, तस्याः वा पृष्ठभागे अनु अगच्छत्, अन्वगच्छत्, साकम् अगच्छत् इति। तु एवं तु प्रायः अत्र एतावत् किं ज्ञायते? सुदक्षिणा कमपि अन्वगच्छत्। कथम् अन्वगच्छत्? श्रुतेः अर्थं स्मृतिः इव। स्मृतिः यथा श्रुतेः अर्थम् अनुगच्छति, तथैव एषा अपि कस्यापि अन्वगच्छत्, स्मृतिरिव। So the Shruti here refers to Vedas, Smriti refers to the Shastras that come below the Vedic layer. But they all support the Vedic thoughts and actually accept that the Veda is the ultimate truth. We are trying to interpret it. So, but if there is a contention in your understanding, please follow the meaning as you understand from the Vedas. You don't have to anytime take a contradictory view to the Vedas due to what we say here. Okay, so that is the thing about anvagachat for smriti with respect to shruti, the meaning, artha. So, okay, so here Sudakshina is being compared to the smriti, and we will find out who is shruti soon. Okay, so tasyaha margam anvagachat also comes out. Tasyaha margam anvagachat. Okay, so tasyaha clearly somebody's. Okay, so clearly here the only other lady in the context of the characters we have is Nandini herself as the cow. So maybe it is Nandinyaha margam anvagachat. So arthat dharmapatni esha sudakshina Nandinyaha margam anvagachat. Prayah etattu अस्माकं ऋषेः आश्रमस्य परिसरे एव, नाति दूरे, दूरं तु राजा नयति तां, तु आश्रमस्य परिसरे एषा एव तस्याः नन्दिन्याः सेवां कुर्वन्ती आसीत् इति ज्ञास्यामः। प्रायः तस्याः मार्गम् एव एषा राज्ञी अपि अन्वगच्छत् इति सूचना। कथं? स्मृतिः यथा श्रुतिम् अनुगच्छति, अथवा स्मृतिः श्रुतेः अर्थं यथा अनुगच्छति तथा सा अपि नन्दिनीम् अन्वगच्छत्। अत्र मार्गस्य विषये विशेषणं एतस्याः विषये अपि विशेषणानि सन्ति एतस्याः विशेषणे विशेषणानि कीनि धुरि कीर्तनीया धुरि इज in the sakshama of everybody, okay, not in a secretive way but in a prakata way, in a public sense, okay. So dhuri kirtaniya esha sudakshina punah manushyeshwara dharmapatni sudakshina evam, okay. And then here there is one more word we haven't identified where it belongs. Apamsulanam. Apamsulanam is a shashti bahuvachana. So of the various some people with that character of apamsulatva, which we will find out. So obviously probably that shashti is related to, because of the close proximity to dhuri kirtaniya, maybe it is about she being the one who excels among such character people with such character, and amongst them she is the one to be praised. I mean, she is to be ranked alongside those great people with apamsula characters. That is what is probably meant by that, okay. So so that's probably belongs there. So that solves that. Khuranyasa pavitra pamsum margam we identified there, samanadhikarana in dvitiya ekavachana. So now we have to find out what is the meaning of this and how it becomes a visheshana to marga. That's actually one of the challenges with samasas. And also we haven't found out what is this apamsulatva and who are these apamsulas, the ladies amongst whom Sudakshina stands out. That is another thing we have to learn. Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni was a very easy thing to extract for us. Manushyanam Ishwaraha Manushyeshwaraha Manushyeshwarasya Dharmapatni Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni Dharmayukta Patni iti Kathamapi Karmadaraya Patni Vishaye Samasah. Parantu Antato Gatva Yesha Patni tu Sudakshina eva Parantu Tatra Bahuvrihitvam Nasti Karmadarayatvam Manushyeshwarasya Dharmapatni iti. Okay. Let us see how the break down the samasa later. We will learn that. But we have got a very high level understanding. What are the vibhakti? What are the sandhis we saw? Here there is no sandhi. Pamsum apamsulanam, simply there is a samyoga of the halanta makara with akara. So there is a anuswara sandhi, the bindus, okay. And then here again margam, there is a anuswara sandhi, bindu. Then here also there is no specific special sandhi, simple joining of pratipadikas in the samasta. So oh no, Manushyeshwara does have, I apologize. Manushyanam Ishwaraha, Manushya is the pratipadika and Ishwara is the pratipadika. So a and e, a. So guna has happened. So there is a guna sandhi as part of the samasa addition. Okay. Shrutehe iva, here there is a repa generation. So shrutehe, the visarga has been switched into a repa. So there is a visarga repa sandhi. So iva artam, there is a savarna dirgha there. Okay. Smritihi has become smritir. Again there is a visarga repa sandhi. Anu agachat, between the upasarga and the kriyapada there is a sandhi there. There is a u plus a. So there is a what you call yana sandhi. Okay. Va adesha has happened in place of u. Okay. So if you please make sure that you keep in your head all these swara sandhis which we learnt in Parichaya and all the visarga and vyanjana sandhis we learnt in Shiksha. They are important. I have some nice summary tables that I have shared earlier. If there is a desire, I can share it again in this group also for the few students who may not have got those summaries from my earlier lessons. Okay. All right. So I think we saw this Padavibhaga. We saw the sandhis also. Little bit more we analyzed than what is shown there. Okay. Anvaya Vakya, more or less we got it, but let us see it in the proper sense. Apamsulanam dhuri kirtaniya Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni. This all is about our Sudakshina. Khuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum Tasyaha Margam. Okay, Tasyaha they have brought in before Margam. Okay, we can put it before both of them also. Tasyaha Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum Margam also is an okay order. Okay, that can be. Okay, we will send the sandhi summaries, no problem. Nagarajavarya. Okay, and then smritihi shrutehe artam iva. So the upamana alankara sentence has been brought out here. Like, just like the smriti follows the meaning of the shruti, just like the shastra follows the meaning of the Veda. Okay, anvagachat, followed, and this is a past tense lang with a anu upasarga. So very straightforward, nice. Okay, I would not modify it too much, except like I said, tasyaha could come before the visheshanas also. Okay, so pratipadartha, we will try to understand how they explain the words now, because we haven't understood this pamsu stuff. Okay, so khura also we don't have a direct understanding. I don't want to just straight away say I know what it is. Let us read the what is there in the book and then see. Manushyeshwara dharma patni, straight away they have put Sudakshina, but explained what is the interpretation. The wife of the dharmic wife of the king Dilipa. Kirtaniya, who deserved to be eulogized. Okay, tough English word. Eulogy means praise actually. It is a queen's word for simply praise. So, who deserved to be praised. Dhuri, in the forefront. See, not in hiding. Okay. Apamsulanam. Pamsum. See, here also Pamsu Shabda occurs. There also. It is right there next to each other. Pamsu. But they are two different words with different interpretations. Not different interpretations of the word Pamsu, but different eventual characterization that happens. So one is a Shashti Vibhakti word related to Sudakshina, another one is a Dvitiya Vibhakti word related to the Margam. Okay, so but anyway, let us see. So Pamsu means Rajakana or dirt. So Rajakana or dirt is referred to actual Mother Earth's powdered earth, right? Is also Pamsu, and in the roads, in the Marga, it is found. Pamsu is normal. Okay. But here, this same Pamsu is prefixed with a Nai Akara, that is Ana prefix is there, which has become a. So apamsu, so apamsulana, pamsula, this pratyaya pamsula means one with dirt. Pamsula is somebody with dirt. It's a feminine word, so it could be referring to some lady with pamsulaha, maybe the masculine version, and here it is feminine. Apamsula means one without dirt. So clearly the meaning starts coming out. That means one with a desirable great character, one who doesn't have undesirable character. Okay, so the pamsu is taken not in the sense of physical dirt, it is taken in terms of dirt of character. Okay, so there is no problem with respect to character. That means she is a great one with a great character. So here it is Shashti Bahuvachana, apamsulanam, of amongst the ladies, not really amongst will be Saptami, but it is of. So of the like they say chaste woman. Okay, those with good character. Okay, that's that. This is English order, so it is not great for Samskrita order, but for English they have given Pratipadartha. So Sudakshina, wife of king, who deserved to be praised in the foreground, that means in the presence in public, of chaste woman. Okay, so here they have taken this apamsulanam dhuri kirtaniya. The order for us is amongst in the company of women of character, she is to be eulogized. That means she is to be praised in front of such women, also among such women. Both sense you can take from that. Okay, all right. Anvagachat, followed. This has come early in English, but in Sanskritam it will come all the way in the end. Okay, tasyaha margam, her path. Tasyaha margam is Nandinyaha margam. Okay, so tasyaha is contextually we interpret as Nandinyaha margam. Smritihi iva shrutehe artam. So yata smriti grantah shruti grantasya artham anugacchati. Like the Sanskrit text follows the sense of Vedas. Khura. So here now Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum. Pavitra is, we know, auspicious. Pamsu we know is dirt. But what is this Kuranyasa? Kura is actually the hoof of the ungulate animals, basically cow. Here this is Nandini's this thing. Okay, so Kuranyasa, nyasa means the placement. Vinyasa is another place where we find nyasa. Nyasta, embedded. So kuranyasa pavitra pamsum. So the dirt of the marga upon which the auspicious hoof of Nandini, hoofs of Nandini have been placed. Okay, what a beautiful samasta to bring out the pavitrya of the marga itself, because Nandini has walked along that path. The dirt of her hoof has made the margam also pavitram. Her palms, the rajakana which has touched her hoofs are pavitra, so also the margam by association. So kuranyasa pavitra palmsum margam, the marga that has the pavitra rajakanas, the dirt of the earth, which are made auspicious by the placement of hoofs of Nandini. That is the thing. So kura is hoof, nyasa is placement, pavitra is auspiciousness imbibed through that act, and pamsu is the dirt, and the whole thing is a visheshana to marga. So this is a bahuvrihi. In the end, the dirt itself associates to the marga, so there is a aparapada pradhana. Dadrisha pamsu yuktam margam, pamsum margam. That is the thing. Okay. The dust on which the path was made sacred by the cow placing her hooves. Okay. Actually, it is not the dust on which the path, no, it is the path with the dust is the sense in Sanskritam. The path with the dust which was made sacred by the cow placing her hooves. Of course, in the eventual sense, the path was also made sacred. Okay, Tatparyam. Dilipasya patni Sudakshina na sadharani. Asadharana stri. So different patya. Sadharani. Sa pavitrata pativratanam kshamyatam. Sa pativratanam puratah gananiya. See, in front of pativrates she should be counted. So that is the sense. Amongst them she should be counted, in front of them she should be counted. In front in the sense, not only to be praised to the other pativratas, that she is such and such who belongs to your level, also she stands in front of them. That is the sense also there. Nandinyaha khuraihi pavitra dhulihi, dhuli, dirt. Dhulihi yasmin marge asit. See, this is a bahuvrihi sense. Nandinyaha khuraihi pavitra dhulihi yasmin marge asit. Sa tad margam iti dvitiyaya. Tam eva margam anusrutya gatavati sa. Yatha vedaihi uktam eva artham smrutayah anusrutya kathayanti. So by Vedas, whatever is told, following that the smriti is explained. Tatha iti drishtantah. They are calling it drishtanta. Because there is a eva shabda, you can also call it upama alankara. Drishtanta is a variety color of upama alankara only. Okay, so there are specific reasons why a specific subcategorization is done. That we will that is Sahitya Shastra. When we read, we will be able to more carefully alankara understand that. Chakravartinaha patni api gomarge gatavati. So this is what she went along the path of the cow. Patihi Dilipaha, Patir Dilipaha, Yatkaryam karoti, Shraddhaya Swayamapi tat karoti sma sa iti dharmapatni. Kimartam sa dharmapatni, yatha dharmagranteshu uktamasti tata sa patyaha satkaryam eva anukaranam kurvati gacchati. Samarthanam karoti tasya eva. तो पतिः दिलीपः यत् कार्यं करोति श्रद्धया स्वयमपि तत् करोति स्म इति सा. So she also came along, she also did the seva of Nandini along with Dilipa, though it was the shapa of Dilipa, but she also took it upon her shoulders to help him out with the shapa nivarana. So okay, iti tasyaha visheshanam. Anvayakramah, to anvagachat, anugatavati. Okay, kriyapadam langlakare asti. Prathama purushe ekavachane cha
Mahodaya, a small interruption, can I?
You have interrupted, please go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, so this, I didn't understand this statement. Yatha vadaiha uktam eva artham smrutayaha अनुसूत्य कथयन्ति तथा तथा iti drashtanta. So drashtanta, where does drashtanta come here?
Drishtanta is a Sahitya Alankara. Okay. Drishtanta is a technical title for an example which is similar.
Okay.
Okay. So Drishtanta means seen elsewhere and is an example of the description that applies here. Okay.
Thank you.
So this
I
whole
was confused.
Shruti Smriti following thing is similar to how Nandini was followed by Sudakshina. That is the Drishtanta.
Understood. Thank you.
So ka anvagachat manushyeshwara dharmapatni anvagachat. So karta has been extracted. So here since Sudakshina is not there, no need to, in bracket you should put it here. In bracket I should put next to this Sudakshina iti. Okay. Kidrishi manushyeshwara dharmapatni kirtaniya. Okay, here because this has been taken as the primary target, Kirtaniya has been assigned as secondary target. Okay, why Kirtaniya was put as secondary target here? Because there is more association with Kirtaniya. That is not standing alone. Apam Sulanam Dhuri Kirtaniya is a sub segment there. So with Visheshana and some associated Shashti word, etc. That's why they have taken that in primary so that this can be expanded later. Okay, all right. So Kutra Kirtaniya Dhuri Dhur Agrabhagaha iti. Okay, dhur iti agrabhagah. Tasya eva saptami ekavachane dhuri iti. Dhuri kirtaniya. Kasam dhuri, si kasam shashti bahuvachana strilinga. Apam sulanam dhuri. Kam anvagachat. This is so that is one related to that one kirtaniya. This is two visheshanas, primary visheshanas which are karta. Now we have come to this set. So this is the karma pada related stuff. So kam anvagachat, margam anvagachat. Okay. Actually little not accurate, but here kam is in the sense of which karma pada is associated with the anvagachat. That way you read it. Here kam anvagachat would be the correct question because nandinim anvagachat is internally the actual thing. So I can put that whole bracket is okay. But here Nandini herself is not there as a karma pada. Her marga is there as a karma pada. So that's why they have asked kam anvagachat and margam anvagachat they have extracted. But here you can put in bracket if you want. Here actually where tasyaha comes you can put nandinyaha. This just like we put dharma this thing sudakshina over there, it will be nice to put nandinyaha here. Okay, kam anvagachat margam anvagach kidrisham margam kuranyasa pavitra pamsum margam kasyaha margam shashti association of that tasyaha, and here in bracket nandinyaha. Katham anvagachat shrutehe artam smritihi. They have brought out the whole upamalankara sentence out in one place rather than again break it down further. But you can say there is a potential question answer possible to break down. Okay, but here they have kind of stopped. Okay, pretty much having demonstrated with Sudakshina, it's easy to demonstrate here. Okay, so because anvagachat is common for this also, for her also. This is the sadharana dharma, we call it. The kriyapada itself is the sadharana dharma, that which is carried out on both cases, the following. So following is carried out by Sudakshina for Nandini, following is carried out by Smriti for Shruti. Okay, or Shruti's meaning. Okay, here you see this artham is the meaning actually associates with the karma, with the margam, you can say. So shrutehe artham, on this side it is nandinyaha margam. So nandinyaha margam sudakshina anvagachat. So shrutehe artham smritihi anvagachat. See, every word has a parallel on that side nicely. Okay.
Sir, so tasyaha will be Nandini or Sudakshina? Nandini, right?
Nandini. Sudakshina is already there in Prathama Bhagini. So she can't come again in Shashti in the same sentence.
Correct.
So that helps us to point to whose marga. We know it is Nandini's marga because that is the marga in which the hoofs of Nandini are there. Yeah.
Sir, Kuranyasa, exact meaning hooves means
Khura means
padachinha.
hoof, nyasa means placement or the design, embedding of the khura on the earth. Nyasa. Nyasta means
Okay,
embedded, no?
that's
You know, nyasta. That sense. Okay.
yes.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So now Vishesha, we will study all the specialities here. I mean, basically we have to. Oh, they have done all the full breakdown of every vibhakti. So we guys have to do it. It's not extra. It is in Anvayakrama section. Basically, for all of Kalidasa's verses related to Raghuvamsham or related to Dilipa, Sudakshina, and Nandini, etc., we have to do the whole show. There is no shortcut. We have to be able to analyze almost at the Pandit level. That's why it's Kovida. Okay, so that's why this comes. Earlier we had a lot of allowance in earlier levels. Here we don't. So I have just placed the verse again so that we can keep referring to it. So you guys go through this. Me reading it is not going to embed it, but we have pretty much done it live. Maybe I have not broken down everything. For example, there is a numbering here. See, tasyaha. This numbering is what is followed here. This number. So these numbers are related to these numbers here. Okay, basically in the order of the break words placed by the Kavi only. Okay, nothing, you can see it there also. So tasyaha tad shabda strilinga shashti ekavachana. Very easy, right? Tat shabda strilinga shashti ekavachana. That's what they have put in this kind of coded letters. You can expand and write also, or you can write with sometimes you can write with numbers like 6.1 is okay here. Okay. Okay, so like that they have gone. So this whole word is in Dvitiya. So pullinga marga. So margaha. So it's not margam in pratama. Margaha, margau, margaha, margam, margau, margan. So margam iti Dvitiya ekavachane. Okay. So like this they have gone on. Okay, see, let us see this. Anu upasarga purvakaha gam dhatuhu. See how they have explained, similar to what we analyzed that time. Gam dhatuhu, but I didn't say gam maybe. So they have put that down. And lang lakara bhutakala pratama purusha ekavachana. Anva gachat, agachat plus anu, like that. Anu plus agachat. And then it is what is pa, you may ask, is parasmai padi. As you know, dhatus have many upadhas. So they have many attributes. So one of the attribute is the padi, whether they are parasmai padi, atmane padi, ubhaya padi, etc. So this dhatu happens to be parasmai padi. At least the rupa here is parasmai padi. So here you can even say, oh, this is in parasmai padi rupa. If you don't know dhatu itself is ubhaya padi or not, it is not. Gam is a pure parasmai padi dhatu. Okay, so right. Only in karmani it takes atmanepadi endings, but then it's a derived dhatu. Karmanis are with nich. It's a not a dhatu that is in the patha. It is derived from the dhatu in the patha. So that is a different dhatu. Okay. Samasaha. This is important for us. So let us see. So you guys read everything carefully, go back, look, understand what's happening, etc. Please open ashtadhyayi.com. See if the shabdas declensions are available. Now they have recently added 2000 plus shabdas in the Subanta lists also, in the Shabda Rupas. So under that you may find, if not Dhur, something similar, Repanta Strilinga Shabda. So you can check the forms. Okay, it will be an opportunity to learn every time. So Kuranam Nyasaha Shashti Tatpurushaha. Okay, so because 4 hoofs are there, Bahuvachana has been taken. Kuranam Nyasaha Shashti Tatpurushaha. Kuranyasaihi. So Kuranyasaha has come out of that. Kuranyasaihi Pavitraha. Okay, so by the placement of Kuranyasa. So here Ramaihi version. So Tritiya Tatpurusha has been taken by the Ankita of the Kuras, that which have been made Pavitra, and they have taken plural directly because Pavitraha Pamsavaha. They have taken plural for the dirt also. Pamsavaha. So that's why they have taken plural here. So tritiya tatpurusha they have taken. Then khuranyasa pavitraha pamsavaha yasya saha. So here they have taken the bahuvrihi attachment to margah. Okay, khuranyasa pavitraha pamsavaha yasya saha yasya margasya. So margasya. So saha kaha margah. Puranyasa pavitra pamsuhu. That is the pullinga extraction for margah. Bahuvrihi tam margam. Then you can further put that tam margam kuranyasa pavitra pamsum margam, like that. That's a vibhakti attachment to the samastapada. Then here this we did also. Manushyanam Ishvaraha Manusheshvaraha Shashti Tatpurusha Manusheshvarasya Dharmapatni Manusheshvara Shashti. Very easy. 2 Shashtis there.
Manushya Ishvara Iva. Karmadharya is also possible.
No, here we take the simple role of the king as the leader of. Here Ishvaratva is not taken in the sense of Daivika Guna or anything. Okay, eventually that may be, but here it is simply taken as the Ishitva, the lordship over people. Okay, so Ishvaraha here is not referring to Parameshwara as such. It is simply referring to the fact that he is the leader of the people. Yeah, so we take the simpler option, not take very high ground here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. I mean, we don't want to very easily pull people into Daivika levels. It's not fair. Yeah. Okay. Tataha Dilipaha Sudakshinam Ashramam Sampreshya Anucharan api preshitavan. So there is a supportive sentence here thrown in by Samskrita Bharati because they are not going in the same krama as Kalidasa. So you will find if you go back to Raghuvamsha and go to the Sarga and search for this verse, there will be some distance between this verse we studied just now and this verse. And basically some other nice colorful verses will be there, but describing some fairly skippable portion. Because why Samskrita Bharati is skipping those verses? If they take block of 10 continuous verses, very little katha will be explained. Lot of color will be there, but the katha won't progress. So what they have done, they have judged this verse for this aspect, that verse. Next we will jump a few verses and go to the next a little bit story stepping forward. So they are taking major verses, you can say, and progressing more of the katha. They are picking up more from the sarga on the average, so that some katha bhaga comes out for us. So some prasanga. What is the prasanga? You will see there is a beautiful prasanga that happens, which is going to be explained. It's mostly all about them getting blessings of Nandini in the end, so that they will get a putra who will end up being Raghu. Okay, all right. What is the time? Yeah. Asvadavadbihi kavalais trunanam kanduyanair damsha nivaranaischa. This one is not a little clear, but I'll read it again. Asvadavadbihi kavalais trunanam kanduyanair damshana kandunair darmshana varanaischa avyahataih swairagatai sa tasyaha samrat samaradhana tatparo bhoot. Okay, so many sandhis are there. We'll break it down first at simple level. Asvadavadbihi, one single word. Okay, so this is in clear by sense. So it's a tritiya vibhakti is what is understood in the immediate sense. But anyway, let's go forward. Kavalaihi. So sakara has come in place of visarga. Kavalais, kavalaihi. Trinanam, shashti. Trina shabdasya shashti bahuvachana rupam. Kanduyanaihi. Repa has appeared in place of visarga. So kanduyanaihi. Okay, we'll see what is this kanduyana. Damsha nivaranaihi cha. Here basically visargasya sakaraha sakarasya punaha chutvam abhavat. So shakaraha antato gatva shakaraha drishyate. Chakarasya sakshame sakarasya shakaratvena parivartanam. Stoho shchunaschuhu shchutvam. Okay, so visarga is the one generating the sakara. So visargasya satvam shakarah cha, chutvam cha, like that you can say. So kanduyanaihi damsha nivaranaihi cha, by 2 acts basically. Damsha nivarana is easy to understand. Damsha means bite, that we know. Then nivarana is by relief, by taking away, that kind. Okay, so taking away the bite means basically taking away the things that bite. Damshaka, damsha is taken in the sense of damshaka, which is the insects that bite, I guess. So maybe helping to relieve the cow. Clearly that is what is the object here, cow from biting, that's what. Okay, avyahataihi. Okay, so this must be related to one of those because of the vibhakti association. Svairgataihi. Okay, so another association to the same tritiya bahuvachana form. Okay, svairagataihi, sorry, not svairgataihi, svairagataihi. Saha visargalopa tasyaha samrat. This is pratama ekavachana form. It appears as either samrat or samrad. That is basically, one is the chartva form, one is the jashtva form. Samrat here is the chartva form because sakara is a harsh letter. So samrat has remained. So samaradhana tatparaha. See, one samasta. Samaradhana tatparaha, pullinga. So probably pointing to Dilipa, we can kind of make out. Abhut, so purva rupa, elision of the akara in the presence of the okara is the purva rupa sandhi. But so when we read, we should read as tatparo bhut without pronouncing the akara, but when splitting we have to bring back the akara, abhut. So again another lang lakara, bhudatoho pratama purusha ekavachane abhut iti, upasargah nasti. Astu. So that's what is the breakdown. So we saw we saw quite a few sandhis. Okay, so I will again not break down. I didn't specifically mention anuswara sandhi, but I think visarga sandhis we have seen many, and we saw on shutva as an associate. And here technically you can read a chartva if you want to go that deep, but you can accept samrat as the primary form also. So you can kind of mentally cancel, because what happens is jashtva cancelled by chartva. So we don't need to mention. But if I am a Paninian lover, I would mention this as Jashtva Chartvam, Jashtvam Chartvam Cha Samrat iti. I will be given extra marks by anybody who wants to give. Okay, so we will move forward. Anvaya. So what I have done here, I have brought some bracketing. This bracketing is mentally important. In fact, they have brought through commas also in some places. But this is basically, we need to do this so that this helps us in the Anvaya here. Same bracketing, you see. So I have color associated. That bracketing, this bracketing, this bracketing, this bracketing, that bracketing, that. Oh, I missed it. Must have not completely tracked the colors. Don't worry about the association of colors. But more or less with that sense it is done. Okay. All right. Because in a sentence there is some hierarchy of associations that we need to track. It's very important. So let us see the Anvaya Vakya. Saha Samrat, so that king. So obviously Dilipa. So this Saha and this Samrat both are for Dilipa. And obviously Samaradhana Tatparaha is a Visheshana. But sometimes the Visheshanas are not exactly sitting before their associated words. Like Samaradhana Tatparaha Samrat would not make so much colorful explanation of the sentence, because there is a sense in the Sanskrit Vakya grammar called Uddeshya Vidheyaka Bhava. Uddeshya Vidheyaka Bhava. There are two things. There is a Visheshana Visheshya Bhavaha, then there is a Uddeshya Vidheyaka Bhavaha. Okay. In Uddeshya Vidheyaka Bhava, we are trying to assign in a lively manner, not as a mundane Visheshana. We are assigning in the sentence in a meaningful way a new nomenclature for the target. So here a new nomenclature for the target, which is Samrat, is Samaradhana Tatparaha. So that is why Samaradhana Tatparaha has not been brought out in the Anvaya before Saha Samrat or before Samrat. It comes almost abhut before that. So because it is being assigned as part of what he became samaradhana tatpara. So it is a vidheyaka bhava which is playing a big role. Uddeshya here is samrat. The uddeshya pada is samrat. The vidheyaka pada is samaradhana tatparaha. Technically samaradhana tatparaha is a visheshana to samrat, no doubt. So this uddeshya vidheyaka bhava is something usually on top of visheshana visheshya, but there is one more great thing about uddeshya vidheyaka bhava. In uddeshya vidheyaka bhava, the vidheyaka need not be in the same linga as the uddeshya. Okay, because for example, Ramaha mama mitram abhut. I am imagining that great Rama became my friend. So Ramaha is pullinga, mitram abhut. Mitram is napumsaka. So mitram is being maitritva or mitram, friend. Napumsaka shabda is being overloaded as a qualification for Rama with respect to. So Ramaha mama mitram abhut. So mitram here is explained as the vidheyaka association to Ramaha. That's why we can explain away that one is in napumsaka, one is in pullinga, because mitram has to be used in napumsaka. If you say mitraha there, then that is something else, that is Surya. So we have to write mitram there. So many places you will see linga association is not required. The target linga of natural native linga of samaradhana tatparaha is probably important. Here it's clearly in a visheshana bhava, so it's in pullinga. For example, sa ragni, if it was there, suppose sa sunanda sudakshina. Sunanda only keeps coming in my mouth. Sa sudakshina samaradhana tatpara abhut, then it will be in strilinga to go with sudakshina. Okay, it won't be right to say samaradhana tatparaha there, because this is always a visheshana. This kind of bahuvrihi is always a visheshana, so it always has to has the linga of what it associates with. Whereas a word like mitram is natively napumsaka. It is not normally a visheshana. Okay, that's why it keeps its linga strongly. Okay, I hope that is understood by everyone. Anybody got confused by this uddeshya vidheyaka bhava? Vidhayaka or vidheyaka, one of them is the word there. Okay, all right, I think guys have understood. So it is not normally taught anywhere. There is so much stress in Samskrita Bharati second level or third level, where they taught you a lot about Visheshana Visheshya to no end. Lots of examples have been given and we have been taught very well that point, but they missed explaining as part of that series of lesson about Uddeshya Vidheyaka Bhava. It would have been correctly belonging there to contrast it against the mere Visheshana Visheshya Bhava. Okay, so maybe I will talk to some seniors saying just include it in the next progression of these lessons, because it is critically associated with Visheshana Visheshya as a contrast. So Samrat Saha, okay, again English words is so the the sovereign king. What is the meaning of this Samrat? Is it? So one who has singular rights. He is not a. What is the difference between a Samrat and a normal king? A normal king can be a Samanta. So Samanta is one who is in a subservient role to another larger kingdom, you can say. Okay, but a Samrat is one with a singular Ishwaratva. That means he has other subservient kings potentially under him. So sovereign king. So Dilipa. We can even today in the world we can actually count countries that are not sovereign, countries that are sovereign. So though everybody calls themselves sovereign, we know the truth. So like that. Okay, Samaradhana Tatparaha Abhut. See, here the assignment has come out. Was engaged in service. So Samaradhana here is Aradhana, we know, is kind of a prayer thing. Samaradhana is in the sense of service here. So Tatpara means one who is engaged towards that activity. Tasmin Paraha Tatparaha, something like that. We will see later whether Samasta breaks that down. Okay, Abhut. Okay, Tasyaha. Kasyaha Tatparaha. Kasyaha Samaradhane Tatparaha. Nandinyaha. Tasyaha. So one verse they talked about Sudakshina's seva. Another verse they are talking about Dilipa's seva for Nandini. So Samaradhana Tatparaha Bhuttasyaha Kau And how is the everything else about how. See, trinanam kavalaihi, kavala, actually even in Kannada this word is there, kavalatai, like that bhikshukas used to ask in my childhood. So kavala means the offering of food is called kavala in Samskrita. So trinanam kavalaihi, by the offering, see here, offering to her of the morsels of grass. Okay, so offer of morsel is kavala. Okay, so the asvadavadbihi, that were tasty. So here the visheshanas come afterwards, because in English that goes that way, but here we simply we can say tasty morsels of grass, then asvadavadbihi kavalaihi, tasty morsels of grass, we can order that way also. Kanduyanaihi. So kanduyanam is this scratching. You know that dogs and pets love this, right? So this is very important, and they have specific brushes also to do this act for horses and things like that. Okay, so this also was done. So the scratching will aid them and generally make them very pleased. So kanduyanaihi, in fact they do it to each other with their own tongues also. So by scratching her body, their tongues are very sharp, that's why they can scratch. Okay, damsha nivaranaihi, see, by keeping off the flies. So damshaha is damshanam is biting, but damshaha is taken in the sense of that which bites here, in that sense. Okay, so by keeping off the flies. And swairagataihi avyahataihi. So swaira gamanam means to movement on one's own desire. Swairam means that which is in control of oneself. Nagaraju, yeah, you are muted for a couple of minutes.
I have a doubt. Here, Kanduyanaihi is Bahuvachana, right?
Tritiya. By the
Kanduyana.
acts of
Tritiya.
scratchings.
Acha, by the acts of. Okay.
In
So it is
Samskrita.
not
Here they have
Napumsaka. I
literally
thought it
put
is.
in English as if it's one singular act. Scratching is taken in plural in Sanskritam. Kanduyanaihi.
Oh, okay. Okay.
By
But it is not
scratchings.
Kanduyanam. Napuns. Sorry, it is not Kanduyanam.
It's
No.
Tritiya Bahuvachana. Yeah.
I thought Kanduyanat or something. Ne? Okay.
That is Ekavachana. Ramat, I mean, Palat, Palabhyam, Palaihi, like that. Okay?
Acha, plural. Okay.
Plural.
Okay.
Swairagataihi. Swairagatam, that which is under one's own control. Swairagataihi, those which are under one's own control. So that's what here is interpreted in English as free movement with the gam dhatu. Ahvyahataihi. Vyahata means to something that is halted or prevented. Ahvyahata, negation of that means uninterrupted. Yeah, that's the correct translation there. So that was uninterrupted. So what Dilipa enabled was, by keeping her company, he did not tie some rope to her and say, come here, come there, don't go there, nothing like that. She was free, and he kept caring for her wherever she went. He didn't direct, you go here, you don't go there, etc. Okay, so by being by her side, he was like the protector throughout. That is, without blocking her path anywhere, allowing her to move as she wished. That is the Karanakaraka of how he took care of her. Okay, so that's further that comes. Earlier only it has come. Samaradhana tatparaha abhut. So in Samskrita order will be आस्वादवद्भिः कवल तृणानां कवलैः कण्डूयनैः अपि च दंशनिवारणैः अपि च स्वैरगतैः अव्याहतैः स्वैरगतैः तां तस्याः समाराधनतत्परः दिलीपः अभूत्. सः साम्राट् दिलीपः अभूत्. Okay, that's how it comes. Okay. सो तात्पर्य संस्कृते लिखितमस्ति. अस्माभिः अपि अभ्यासः करणीयः तात्पर्यं सरलसंस्कृते लिखितुं. सुदक्षिणा आश्रमं प्रतिनिवृत्ता. सो that's what they have taken from there. दिलीपः सुदक्षिणाम् आश्रमं सम्प्रेष्य अनुचरान् अपि प्रेषितवान्. So he went alone with Nandini. He didn't take help of his helpers. Sudakshina ashramam pratinivritta. She returned to the ashrama. Sevakaha api pratyagachan. That is that. अनुचरान् अपि प्रेषितवान्. So Raja Dilipah ekaki eva dhenum nayan. This is Shatranta. Nayan, the fellow who is taking. Okay, Aranya Marge Gatavan. He went in the path of the forest. Saha Dhenave. See, Dhenave for the Dhenu. Dhenu Shabda is a difficult one. Okay. Trunani. Nandini is easier. So at that place you take Nandini Shabda. You can't remember Dhenu Shabda. Nandinyam, like that. Nandinyam, Trunani, Khaditum, Dadati Sma. They have used Sma Prayoga to take the past tense. Okay. Tani Trunani Bahu Ruchikarani Asan. So, there was a Visheshana, no? Asvadavadbihi. That has been brought out as a sentence here. Tada Raja Dhenoho Sharirasya Upari Hastam Prasarya Kanduyanam Karoti Sma. Periodically he used to clean the skin of the Dhenu with the Kanduyana Kriya. Okay. Sharire Sthitan Damshan Duri Karoti Sma. He used to move away the flies. Okay. Nandini Yatra Gantum Ichati Tatraiva Raja Api Gachati Sma. He used to follow her. He used not try to lead her. Tasyaha Gamanasya Nishedham Nakaroti Sma. He would not block her from going somewhere. He knew to trust her wits for where to move. Evam Vividha Prakaraihi. So they have brought all that as Vividha Prakaraihi. Chakravarti Samrat have been brought as Chakravarti here. Dilipah Tam Nandinim Sevitavan. Sevitavan Samaradana Tatparaha Bhut Ityasya Sevitavan. Sthapitamasti. Samyak. You can write in the simple way that comes to you. You don't need to necessarily mug up anything. Just go with your Sarla Samskrita. If you want, you write the Samskrita, and if you are not completely happy that you have come out very well, below that you write in the tongue of your exam paper, it's English or Kannada or whatever. One small summary, no problem. Anvayakramaha, Abhut, Abhavat, they have brought out in equivalent forms. Okay, and in a different lakara. Kriyapadam. Kaha abhut, saha abhut. Okay, Kidrishaha saha, Samrat saha. And in bracket here you should write Dilipaha. It will be nice place to put Dilipaha. Kidrishaha abhut, Samaradana tatparaha abhut. Became engaged in seva. Kasyaha Samaradana tatparaha, Tasyaha. Arthat in bracket here you put Nandinyaha. It's a good place. Okay. Kaihi Samaradanam. With what the Samaradana kriya? Kavalaihi Samaradanam. Kavalaihi. Kidrishaihi kavalaihi. Asvadavadbihi kavalaihi. Kesham kavalaihi trinanam. So this orange set, what we saw this. Actually here it is blue slet. Color matching is not there, but Asvadavadbihi trinanam kavalaihi has been expanded here. Okay. Punaha kaihi kanduyanaihi. There is no further visheshana for it. Finished. Punaha kaihi damsha nivaranaihi. There is no visheshana for it. Finish. Punaha kaihi svairagataihi, by allowing independent movement. Kidrishaihi svairagataihi avyahataihi, with uninterrupted free movement. That's the sense they have brought out in this. Avyahataihi svairagataihi. The orange set here is the green set. Samaradana Tatpara was brought out earlier. Okay. So why we have gone in a certain order? See, first is the Kriyapada. See, always we struggle what we should go first. First go with the Kriyapada, then go with the Karta and Karta Visheshanas and Kartas Videyakas. See, that comes separately. The Kartas Videyaka Bhava has come here. Okay, then the Visheshana for the Visheshana, here it is the Shashti possessor of the Tatparaha, Tasyaha Tatparaha, because the Tatparata was towards her. So Kasyaha has to be brought out there. So it's closely associated with Tasyaha Samaradana Tatparaha. Okay, so that's what. And then next, whose seva? Then with what? Actually, sorry, with what? Kaihi here is with what the seva, with Kavala, what type of seva, like this. Then another few Visheshanas. There's a lot of the Visheshanas are about the way in which he did the Samaradana Tatparata. Okay, so it's all been brought out. Okay, all right. Once more we will read this. Asvadavadbihi kavalaistrunanam kanduyanair damsha nivaranaischa avyahataihi svairagataihi satasyaha samrat samaradana tatparo bhut. Visheshas are there. So you guys read this part. Okay, again I am not going to add too much value by just reading it. More or less we have understood in the context when we broke down the verse first what's all happening. So we have to learn how to identify the vibhakti vachana. Linga is usually a challenge. Go with your guts, because usually we confuse between pullinga and napumsaka quite often. Don't be too stuck up with that. Very few people get all of it right. Okay. So next samasa. Damshanam nivaranani taihi. So damshanam nivaranam, actually straight away they have put in pullinga. Normally the paddhati is damshanam nivaranam damsha nivaranam taihi damsha nivaranaihi. That's how I go. I don't do bahuvachana right here. I do ekavachana vigraha vakya, then do the vibhakti and vachana in one go. Okay, using taihi. So damshanam nivaranam damsha nivaranam taihi damsha nivaranaihi. Shashti tatpurusha. Na vyahatani. 1 minute you give me. Unfortunately the power is going and coming. Okay, I don't know what's the reason. Okay, na vyahatani avyahatani. So this is nai tatpurusha samasa. Okay, taihi vibhakti placement. Avyahataihi, like that. Svairani gatani, svaira gatani taihi karmadharayah. Okay, I think you know what, I will give a break here. I'll finish this samasas quickly and give a break because I need to go take care of the electricity issue. Okay, svairani gatani, svaira gatani. So here karmadharaya. So this is not easy to go to find out. So this we have to somehow keep in memory. Okay, that it is a karmadharaya, and this is also in prathama bahuvachana. This is also in prathama bahuvachana as a visheshana visheshya pair. So that's why svairani gatani, svaira gatani. It's a challenge sometimes. Tat eva paraha yasya saha. Tat paraha. See, tadeva paraha yasya saha. So that itself is ultimate for whomsoever he, tat paraha. So bahuvrihi. So this paraha is in the sense of ultimate or important or something that is critical for that act. So the one for whom the act, that act is critical is tatpara. In what act? Samaradhana. Samaradhana tatparaha. Samaradhane tatparaha, in that act. So one who is engaged in samaradhana. Tatpara is in the sense of yuktaha, something like that. Okay. Samaradhana tatparaha, samaradhana yuktaha, samaradhane yuktaha. That sense is there in tatparata. So this again, remember this, how to break down such words. Few are fairly straightforward, some are challenging a bit. They are on borderline as to how to, because I thought tasmin karye eva yaha asti tatparaha, but there is not like a saptami sense there. Tat eva paraha yasya saha tatparaha is the sense there. That indeed is supreme for whomsoever, that fellow, like that. So Samrat Shabda, just I have put as an example because it came to us. So if you see even in the ashtadhyayi.com, they straight away give Samrat, Samrad. So they give the both the Chartva and the Jastva version almost as a habit. So we don't have to further explain that Sandhi has happened like that. Okay, but after that it is, you see that is actually Takarant, Samrat. So Samraj, okay, Jakaranta is probably. That's why Ja comes everywhere. Okay, all right. So Samrajau, Samrajaha, like that it keeps going. It's a tough word. See, Samrat Bihi, Samrat Byaha, here all Jastva has happened. It's not an easy one. Yeah. So we will take a water break now. Okay. Let us gather back and continue with the 6th section. Just I'll pause.
Record.
Okay. Welcome back. Samskrita Sahitya Parichayah Gadya Kavyam. Samayasya abhavah asti aham kim karomi atra jhatiti ahameva ekavaram pathami tadanantaram pashyamaha. अत्र किम् अभवत् किं भवति इत्युक्ते छात्राणाम् आह्वानेन बहु कालव्ययः भवति, किञ्चित् शीघ्रं गन्तव्यमस्ति। अस्मिन् भागम् अहमेव पठामि। अपि च अहं किं करोमि, तत्र भवतः अभ्यासः अपि भवतु इति मम मतिः, परन्तु साक्षात् कक्षायां न स्यादपि तत्र टेस्ट् दास्यामि। आन्लैन् माध्यमेन टेस्ट् उत्तरं तत्र मुद्रणं स्थापितुं शक्यते भवद्भिः। किमपि किञ्चित् स्थापयित्वा एतस्य पठनं कृत्वा समर्पयतु, आडियो फैल् समर्पयतु इति स्थापयामि। तत्र साक्षात् ऐप् मध्ये एव मुद्रणं कर्तुं शक्यते. देर् इस् आडियो रेकार्डर् built into it. I will test my giving an assignment there. Then you guys can submit your audio recordings for that reading exercise. It will become a abhyasa. Then I can also listen when I have spare time. I will listen, and then I will give some comments to you guys how your reading is, etc. as best as I can. Okay, all right. So that's a better way. So let me read this quickly. Gadya Kavyam. So this is Samskrita Sahitya Parichaya. It's about Sahitya. Kavyam Dvividam Gadyam Padyam Cheti. The first classification of the Kavya Prapancha is as Gadya and Padya, as prose and poetry. Very straightforward. Shlokamayam Padyam. What is the poetry? That which has metric verses. So Shlokamayam Padyam. Tad Binnam Kavyam Gadyam. So that which is not Shlokamayam. Tad Binnam means that which is not having metric verses. That kind of Kavya. Kavya doesn't mean always verse. Okay, Kavya Prapancha of Samskrita means both verse, prose and poetry are considered as Kavya. Basically the entire Kriti Prapancha is called Kavya almost. That which is not Veda, that which is not Shastra is considered Kavya. So Ramayana is a Kavya, Mahabharata is a Kavya, Panchatantra is a Kavya, Raghuvamsham is a Kavya, but there are different types. Tadbinnam Kavyam Gadyam. Gad Vaktayam Vachi Dhatutah Gadyam iti Shabdaha Nishpannaha. So Gadyam Shabda comes from Gad Dhatu. It is in the sense of to tell, to express. Gad. Okay. So Gadyam iti, that which is told, that sense is meaning is there in Gadyam. Shabdaha Nishpannaha. Samanyataha Pradeshika Bhashasu Padyameva Kavyam iti Vyavaharaha Drishyate. Normally in the world, even in Indian other Bhasha, Kavya means it has to be verse, but that is not so in Samskrita. That's what they are saying. Samskrite tu Gadyam api Kavyam iti Pariganyate. Even prose is considered as Kavya in Samskritam. Okay. Gadya Kavya Rachanayam Padyasya iva adhikaha niyamaha na santi. So there is more freedom in Gadya Kavya. It has to be Samskritam. That's all. It should not be Asamskritam. But there is no other additional overload. But you can have lot of nice qualities even in Gadya Kavya. They actually identify different things there also. But at this moment, this is more freedom. Tathapi Gadya Rupena Likitam Sarvamapi Kavyamiti Namanyate. So though anything which is actually textual which need not have verses is considered as Kavya, our titling of Kavya requires certain quality. That's what they are saying. Tathapi Gadya Rupena Likitam Sarvamapi Kavyamiti Namanyate. So you or I sitting and writing something won't be considered as a Kavya. It is some lekhana, that's all. We don't try to raise it to Kavya. There has to be certain quality to it. That's what. Gadya Kavyasya Shaili Ramaniya Bhavet. There has to be some kind of beauty in the writing. That's why everybody cannot become an author just because we know English. Varnanam, Rasaposhanam, Patraposhanam, Ityadikam Sarvam api Parasparam Purakam Bhavet. We should enjoy that. Oh, how he has described Rama, how he has described Sita, how all that has to come in us. That wonder, that appreciation, that all that if it generates, then it can become Kavya, and need not be just because it's in a metric verse. Even if you write it nicely in Gadya version, you can bring out all that color. Varnanam, Rasaposhanam, Patraposhanam, Ityadikam Sarvam api Parasparam Purakam Bhavet. Paraspara Puraka means which aid each others. Okay. So Patra Poshana, that means the feeding of the character description. Rasa Poshana, the feeding of the feelings of the reader. by the way in which the storyline goes and the description style itself, varnanam. Svechaya kaschit kinchit gadyarupeena likati chet tat kavyam na bhavati. I mean, just out of one's own desire, if somebody writes something in Gadya, it doesn't become a Kavya. Gadya Kavyam lekhitumapi pratibha parishramaha cha avashyakah. Samasta padajnanam bahu avashyakam. Okay? So one should have a certain effort orientation and certain ability. So ability and effort both can only generate that. Dosharahitam rasabharitam kavyam eva sahrudayanam shlaganam prapnoti. Obviously, there has to be bereft of errors because we are trying to learn from these people. So if they only write bad Sanskritam, where are we? So rasabharitam, it has to entertain us. Atah eva uktam gadyam kavinam nikasham vadanti. This is very deep. Nikasha is actually the title for a particular instrument. Sometimes it's a type of stone they use. Okay, that they with that they scratch the metal, typically gold. Okay, and by observing the nature of the scratch, etc., they can tell, the density of the gold, whether it matches, is there in some impurity, purity, etc. So Nikasha is a way of finding out the good quality of the target. So Kavinam Nikasham means their
stone, Mahodaya.
stone. It is usually a stone. So the Gadyam itself is like the proofing stone of the Kavis to find out their goldness in their quality. That's what. Okay. So Nikasha Pada is coming from the gold testing stone. Okay. Gadya Kavyasya Rachanaya eva kavehe kavitva shaktehe pariksha bhavati iti tasya vakyasya artha. So Gadya Kavya actually is a little bit, basically in Padya Kavya you have lot of instrumentation available to do alankaras, Shabda Alankara, etc. And Vastu or the Katha Vastu itself can take a little bit of a downward turn and still you will enjoy because of all the other alankaras. But in Gadya Kavya you don't have those crutches. Now you have to, without those crutches of simple alankaras, you have to still bring out rasa, etc. So it becomes a little challenge. It's to some extent we can agree with this. Okay, they were such great poets that language focus through Gadya was considered even more important at that time. Okay, so Nikashaha, see atra varnanam asti. Nikashaha suvarnasya parikshartham prayujyamana shila, the stone used for testing gold. Some hardness testing stone, maybe with a sharp tip or something, I don't know. Okay, Gadya Kavye pradhanataya ajogunah bhavet. So ajoguna. Okay, what is this? Ojo guna. Ojo guna, not aja. Aja is goat. Oja is something else. Ojas. Okay, Gadya Kavye pradhanataya ojo gunah bhavet. So samasa bhuyastvam ojo gunasya lakshanam. Ojo guna is basically some kind of a high pedestal shininess. Okay, you can call it as. Okay, that's the ojo guna. So some kind of pratibha guna. Okay, so samasa bhuyastvam, that's one word. So the embedding of very descriptive colorful samasas is considered as the one of the important lakshana, one of the important characteristics of this ojo guna. Okay, so
Ojo guna means flowery language, is it?
You can say a pratibha yukta guna. Yeah. Flowery, not flowery in the, I mean, sometimes flowery is used in a negative sense in English, so I don't want to use that. Yeah.
Ojasvi has come from this word oj.
Ojas is this same. Ojas only is the pratika of ojo guna.
Ojasvi we say, no, ojasvi.
Ojas, tejas, ojas, yeah. Ojasaha gunaha, ojo gunaha, something like that. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Shashti tatpurusha, I think. Tva, there may be a karmadhare explanation. I am not too sure there, but anyway, a guna which is about the ojas of the thing, of the article in question. Here the Gadya Kavya. Okay. So practically how it manifests ojo guna as the samasa embedding, the kind quality of samasas and how they have been embedded to compactly describe a lot in small words. So you can see the ojo guna, the samasa bhuyastvam can be there part of the padya kavya also, obviously. But in Gadya Kavya, the Kavis get, they don't get restricted by rules, so they can go even more colorful with the samasas. Okay. समासकरणेन अल्पैः शब्दैः एव अधिकः विषयः वक्तुं शक्यते इत्येव अधिकतया समासः उपयुज्यते. Because a lot can be described with a compact, in a compact way, they play a huge role. And also you can say the Bhasha Samarthya of Sanskritam is in the Samasa. So the Kavi Samarthya is explained, Kavi's Bhasha Samarthya is also explained with the Samasas that he uses. And some of these Samasas, depending on how you interpret, can give Shlesha, can give different meaning. We saw that in one of the earlier lessons about one of the Samasas, Bahuvrihi versus Shatri Tatpurusha type. Okay. Kavihi Dandi evam uktavan ओजः समासभूयस्त्वम् एतद् गद्यस्य जीवितम्. ओजः समासभूयस्त्वम्, one part of it. I mean, what is oja is the samasabhuyastva, the one that has plenty quality samasas in them. This itself is the life of Gadya. Okay, Dandi is a very important kavi as well as a Lakshana Kathanakara. Double role he has played. Padyakavyasya अपेक्षया गद्यकाव्ये विषयान् वर्णयितुं कवेः अधिकं स्वातन्त्र्यं विद्यते. We just saw this, there is less restriction, so more independence. So he has more freedom. पद्यकाव्यं श्लोकरूपेण भवति इति कारणेन तत्र नियमाः अधिकाः. There are a lot of niyamas, means controlling factors, rules. Okay, नियमानां परिधौ एव कविना शब्दाः प्रयोक्तव्याः भवन्ति. It actually becomes challenging, but what happens in the meanwhile is something colorful he wants to say is he becomes incapable of representing because some metric rules will not be met. Okay, so whereas if in a Gadya Kavya he doesn't have to worry, this has to be Dirgha, this has to be Hrasva, this has to be Guru, this nothing. So he just goes with the Rasa Anubhava and all that. नियमानां परिधौ एव कविना शब्दाः प्रयोक्तव्याः भवन्ति. कुत्र? श्लोकेषु, अर्थात् पद्यकाव्येषु. गद्यकाव्यस्य एतादृशाः नियमाः न सन्ति इति कारणेन तत्र नियमः कः? शुद्धं संस्कृतं भवेत् एव नियमः. पदरूपे वा वाक्यरचनायां वा एवं तत्र शुद्धता भवेत्. संगति कथने वा. There are a lot of factors that these shastras explore about writings. How the material should be laid out, what should be the order, how the relationship between chapters should be explained in the way the Kavi writes. He should not suddenly skip the scene without giving some context, etc. Should not be like in a movie, you know, you keep wondering here, now he's showing 1920 or 1947 or 1989. Like that, you wonder. Some movies are there where you can't tell past, present, future in what is going on the screen. And some people enjoy that, most of us don't. Okay. Kechana Gadyakavyam कथा. ओके, did we finish? कारणे स्वस्य इच्छानुसारं शब्दान् प्रयोक्तुं शक्नोति कविः. अस्तु अस्तु, तथा भवत्. केचन गद्यकाव्यं कथा आख्यायिका च इति द्विधा विभज्यन्ते. So the further Gadyakavya can be categorized as katha and akhyayika. So the difference, katha has to be like a giant enumeration of a big story. Like for example, some king's entire life story, something like that can belong in the katha category, like whole of Ramayanam, whole of Raghuvamsham, if it is written in Gadya Kavya. Otherwise, if it is just like, Bhimasya Anjaneyasya Samvadaha, something like that, then it's an Akhyayika. It's just an incident description. It's too minor to be called a Katha. Okay, so it's a sideline. So you can see, in fact, Katha will contain Akhyayikas. Later they're going to say that also. Okay, Kechana Gadyakavyam Katha Akhyayika iti cha dvidha vibhajante. Some people categorize like this. That's what. Kathayaha vastu kalpanikam आख्यायिकायाः वस्तु इतिहासप्रसिद्धञ्च भवति इति ते तयोः भेदं प्रकल्पयन्ति. So usually आख्यायिका refers to some historic incident found in itihasa like Mahabharata and Ramayana, and sometimes even from Puranic kathas. Okay, those you can call akhyayikas. Whereas katha itself is considered kalpanikam. Now you may ask, oh, then is Ramayana mein katha, is Mahabharata mein katha? Then it cannot be called kalpanikam. We strongly believe that these are actually colorful explanation of some reality that occurred, right? So yes, because actually Ramayanam and Mahabharatam are not are little bit kept above the classification of Kavya Prapancha. They are called itihasa granthas. They are almost taken to Shastra level, okay, and so they are kept a little bit above. We don't want to club Kalidasa's work under the same category as Valmiki's work or Vyasa's work. Okay, we avoid that. Okay, so that's why. So normally it is said katha vastu is kalpanikam and akhyayika vastu itihasa. But you can see Raghuvamsha has a mixture of itihasa prasiddha katha and some kalpanika portions. Okay, Ramayana or other itihasa granthas don't explain everything about Raghuvamsha. Sometimes only some name lists are found. So he has to spin some nice stories around what little is available. So kalpanika extensions are allowed. So he is the Kavi. Okay. So but remember this. So one is katha has to be something significant and dominant, and akhyayika can be a simple byline story. Okay, and katha kalpanikam syat prayah vastu katha vastu kalpanikam syat akhyayikayah vastu, this is napumsaka shabda vastu itihasa prasiddham syat iti bedah vartate. Banabhatta is another great Kavi like Dandi, very very famous. His Kadambari Kavya is the most famous Gadya Kavya. Banabhattena rachitam Kadambari nama Kavyam Kathayaha Udaharanam, because it's a grand tapestry of significant length. Okay, Kadambari nama Kavyam Kathayaha Udaharanam. Harsha Charitam nama Kavyam Akhyayikayaha Udaharanam, probably much shorter. It's limited in its descriptiveness. So akhyayikayaha udaharanam. So remember this, Kadambari is a katha and Harsha Charitam is more like a akhyayika version of a gadyam. Padyakavyasya iva gadyakavyasyapi itihasah prachinaha. Just as the Padyakavyas are very ancient, even Gadyakavyas go back millennia in our case. Prachinaha. Itihasa means their history is ancient. Like Vyakarana Mahabhashye Patanjalina Vasavadatta Sumanottara Bhaimarati Ityadayaha Akhyayikaha iti Ullikitaha. Somewhere when explaining his grammar of certain things, Patanjali in his Mahabhashyam, he gives a little bit hint as to some examples, saying this and such are called Akhyayikas, like that. So we find references to that even in an ancient grantha like Mahabhashya, which is so ancient. Okay, so it's found reference there. Kintu etani gadyakavyani na kutrapi adyaparyantam upalabdani. Sadly, we only know these names of these referred by the Patanjali, but we don't have them. We have lost them. Okay, we can only imagine from the name what they could be. Sadyah upalabhyamaneshu gadyakavyeshu subandhoho vasavadatta iti eva prachinatamam kavyam. So I don't know. So maybe Vasavadatta that is there, maybe this only. So maybe not everything is gone. Some are probably still available. Okay. Sadyah upalabhyamaneshu gadyakavyeshu. Sadyah is a avyaya. That's why it retains that. Okay. Subandhoho Vasavadatta eva prachinatamam kavyam. So we have to remember this. Subandhu is another Kavi. Vasavadatta is one of the ancient Gadya Kavya that is available to us. But the most famous is Kadambari, and it's a Katha variety, and Harsha Charita is a Akhyayika. Okay. They have not directly written the author name of Harsha Charita. Somewhere it will come out. Probably it is Banas. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm not.
Both are by Banaha, no,
Bana,
Mahodaya?
Bana, perhaps. That's why they have not again written. Okay. But they didn't directly say Punaha Tena Richitam Harsha Charitam. They have not written. That's why I was not volunteering that. But it appears that contextually it is Bana's work. Okay. Subandhoho Vasavadatta eva. But Bhagini seems to know that it is from Bana. So let us accept that. Yes.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Yeah. The Vasavadatta mentioned earlier is Patanjalina Vasavadatta. So it's a different one.
No, Bhagini.
Vyakarana Mahabhashye Patanjalina Vasavadatta.
Hold on. Mahabhashye Patanjalina Nama Vasavadatta iti Sumanottara iti Bhaimarati ityadayah Akyayikaha ete Akyayikaha iti ullikitaha. Akyayikaha ullikitaha iti na. Akyayikaha iti ullikitaha. They have been indicated as examples of Akyayika. Okay, Bhagini?
Okay.
Just read every word, now you will get the correct interpretation. Okay? This iti
It's
makes
by
huge
Patanjali.
difference.
There is a Tritiya there, no? That's why I thought it would have been the author of
Patanjalina
Vasavadatta.
blah 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 ete akyayikaha iti ullikitaha santi. Ullekana means what? Means
I got
hinted,
it.
hinted.
Yes.
Likitaha is not written there. Okay? Okay. Where we were? Sadhya, let me read this whole thing off now. Sadhya upalabhyamaneshu gadyakavyeshu subandhoho vasavadatta iti eva prachinatamam kavyam etasyaha katha kalpaniki. So this is a kalpaniki katha. Okay. Anantara kalineshu gadyakavyeshu Banasya Kadambaryaha Harsha Charitasya cha. So here there is a reference that both are Bana's work. We can learn from here if we didn't learn there. So Banasya Kadambaryaha Harsha Charitasya cha. So because cha is there with Banasya, then you know it is both are Banas. Cha Vishishtam Sthanam Asti. There is a special place. Banasya Varnana Kaushalam tu Advitiyam, unparalleled, without a second. Tasya Lokajnanam Vishayasya Sukshmavalokana Samartyam cha Mahat Asititi Tasya Kavyayoho Adhyayanena Jnayate. His knowledge of the world, the life and the world, his ability to see minute details in a subject, his ability, his samarthya, was great, is clearly understood by studying his resultant work itself. Just as we appreciate Kalidasa's work in whatever Anvaya Rachana we are doing. Okay? Alright. So many things to remember. A little bit here and there you also highlight so that you know what is keywords you can quickly go through. Or make a summary. I always find this, your own book in which you collect these summaries will be nice, because they can be quickly glanced for a quick refresher.
Sir, Vyakarana Mahabhashya
Geeta Bhagini, you are unmuted. You want to say something to everyone or to yourself?
ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ
ಹೇಳಿ.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ ಮಹಾಭಾಷೆ ಪತಂಜಲಿನ ವಾಸವದತ್ತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಪತಂಜಲಿಯವರ ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ ಮಹಾಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಉಲ್ಲೇಖ ಇದೆ.
That's what I was explaining that only in English. That's Mahabhashya is the author is authored by Patanjali. In that he refers to these stories as being Akyayikas. He doesn't probably give the subtext of the entire story there. He's just telling such and such thing is an Akyayika example. It was famous during his time. Later on, thanks to our great parampara being attacked, we have lost them. Yeah. ಇರೋದನ್ನೇ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಳೋದು? ಇರೋದನ್ನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಳೋಣ. Sorry, that was just a quote to say we should cry over what we are not doing with what is available rather than cry over what is lost. It's purposeless. So ಅಧ್ಯಯನೇ ಜ್ಞಾಯತೆ. ಕಾದಂಬರಿ ಕಾವ್ಯಸ್ಯ ವಸ್ತು ಕಾಚಿತ್ ಕಾಲ್ಪನಿಕಿ ಕಥಾ. It's an imagined storyline in Kadambari. Harshacharitam itihasa prasiddhasya rajnyah Harshavardhanasya vishaye likita akyayika. So it's an actual real historic event, Harshacharitam. So akyayika is a actual trusted as a real put down of an event that happened, whereas katha is can be kalpanika, can be partially also correct with respect to what happened in itihasa. Okay, dandinah avanti sundari katha, dandinah avanti sundari katha, dashakumara charitam, dhanapalasya tilakamanjari, वादीभसिंहस्य गद्यचिन्तामणिः इत्यादीनि अन्यानि प्रसिद्धानि गद्यकाव्यानि. So these are some additional names, authors and names to remember. The primary ones, if you remember, you are already getting to 60-70% of what you will need for the purpose of important to keep in memory. But a few more if you want to keep, then this is the list. Dandi's Avanti Sundari Katha, Dashakumara Charitam. So this is also Dandi, see, because it's in that krama. Okay, then Dhanapala, another Kavi, Tilaka Manjari is his Kavya. Okay, and all these are Gadya Kavyas. Then they have not indicated whether they are Kathas or Akhyayikas, but at least we know they are Gadya Kavyas. Vadibha Simhasya Gadya Chintamanihi iti 1, 2, 3, 4 more references of 3 authors. Gadya Kavyam Kidrisham Bhavati iti Jnapayitum atra Harshacharita Sangraha Namakat Grantat Udrutaha extracted Kaschana Bhagaha Diyate. So just for us students to get a taste of what is this Gadya style. We have seen a lot of verses. Let us see some Gadya original as is in the original, but a small extract that is relevant. So they have chosen carefully something that is easy enough for our level Samskritam knowledge to grasp. So it is very interesting to read this. So that's what they are saying. We have given an extract of Harshacharita Sangraha. So this is already a Sangraha done by someone. So it's easier for us to observe. So Purvam Srikhanta Janapade Pushpabhutihi Nama Raja Asit. What they have done before they jump into the extract, they have given the Sangati. They have given the context of what is this extract about. So in that Harshacharitam, and somebody who has written a summary of that called Harshacharita Sangraha, the extract is from this king's, okay, Srikhanta Janapada. So the name of the Rajya is Srikhanta Janapada, okay, or basically Srikhanta Rajya, something like that. Pushpabhuti is the name of the king, Pushpabhutihi, okay, one who had the grace of a flower, something like that. Okay, Raja Asit. Kadachit Saha Shaiva Gurum भैरवाचार्यं द्रष्टुम संकल्पम करोति. तो प्रायः यथा वसिष्ठः रघुवंशस्य गुरुः आसीत् तथा तस्मिन् काले अर्थात श्रीकण्ठजनपदस्य गुरुः आसीत् शैवगुरुः. सः तस्य नाम आसीत् भैरवाचार्यः इति. भैरव इति तु शिवस्य एव अपरनाम किल, रूपसादृश्येण नामापि भैरवाचार्य इति तस्य नाम, शैवगुरोः नाम. द्रष्टुं संकल्पं करोति, यथा अत्र दिलीपः संकल्पं करोति तथा तत्रापि. किमर्थमिति न जानीमः, किमर्थं तत् संकल्पः, सः संकल्पः, परन्तु पश्यामः अनन्तरम्. इदानीं किञ्चित् अधिकसमयं स्वीकृत्य अग्रे गमिष्यामि. If somebody has to leave because they have some deadlines, you please follow the balance in recording. Okay, good number of you are attending very nicely. I'm highly thankful for the focus you guys are all showing. But you know, I have to take a little extra time to finish this reading. Okay, so let's see. So now what I will do, first reading I will do without trying to break down in between meaning, etc. Just let us listen. Just as a diction exercise, let us take it. Next we will see if we can come back and see the meanings quickly. Mostly we can get it in the first reading. Aparedyuscha pratareva uthaya vajinam adhihruhya katipayaihi eva rajaputraihi parivrutaha bhairavacharyam drashtum prathaste kaha श्रीकण्ठ जनपद राजा पुष्पभूतिः इति ज्ञायते. गत्वा च किञ्चिदनन्तरम् अभिमुखम् आपतन्तं भैरवाचार्य शिष्येषु अन्यतमम् अद्राक्षीत्. अप्राक्षीत् च क्व भगवान् आस्ते इति सः अकथयत्। अस्य जीर्णमातृगृहस्य उत्तरेण बिल्ववाटिकाम् अध्यास्ते इति। राजा गत्वा च तं प्रदेशम् अवततार प्रविवेश च बिल्ववाटिकाम्. Easy to understand, more or less we got it. I won't break down into explanation, but let's keep reading. So we'll come back for a second reading. Atha mahatah karpatika vrindasya madhye pratareva snatam अनुष्ठिताग्निकार्यं व्याघ्रचर्मणि उपविष्टं अबहुभाषिणं मन्दहासिनं सर्वोपकारिणं कुमारब्रह्मचारिणं धाम धर्मस्य पत्तनं पूततायाः शालां शीलस्य क्षेत्रं क्षमायाः आकरं करुणायाः समाजं सौजन्यस्य I don't know, somebody, okay, we'll keep moving. Samajam saujanyasya bhagavantam sakshat iva virupaksham bhairavacharyam dadarsha. One sentence you see going on, and this is not a long sentence, believe me, in Gadya. So this basically is अस्माकं राजा पुष्पभूतिः भैरवाचार्यम् अपश्यत् ददर्श इत्येव, किमपि अधिकं नास्ति. कीदृशं भैरवाचार्यम् इत्यत्र एव अत्यधिकं लिखितमस्ति. तादृशम् एतादृशं तादृशम् एवं कुर्वाणं तत् कुर्वाणम् एवमेव तस्य वर्णनं बहुधा क्रियते अत्र. ओके, दिस् इस् द समासभूयिष्ठ वाक्यं. भैरवाचार्यं ददर्श. भैरवाचार्यस्तु दूरादेव राजानं दृष्ट्वा प्रत्युज्जगाम. समर्पित श्रीफलोपायनश्च गम्भीरया गिरा स्वस्ति शब्दम् अकरोत्. नरपतिः अपि दूरावनतः प्रणामं चकार. आचार्योऽपि आगच्छ अत्र उपविश इति शार्दूलचर्म आत्मीयम् अदर्शयत्. So he asked him to sit down after greeting, mutual greeting and namana. Beautiful. Upadarshita prashnayastu raja madurasamayim pravartayan vacham vyajahara. Upadarshita prashnayastu.
प्रश्रयस्तु महोदय.
प्रश्रयस्तु, क्षम्यतां, नकारः नास्ति. उपदर्शित प्रश्रयः तु. उपदर्शित प्रश्रयः means one who has been asked to be seated. Prashraya, ashraya, prashraya, shraya. So one who has been asked to seated, that kind of king. So it's related to this earlier Shardula Charma Atmiyam Adarshayat Upavisha. That is that. Upadarshita prashrayastu raja madhura samyami pravartayan vacham vyajahara. See, just to say he told something, how much color is there in the Sanskrit here? How many dhatus have been brought in? How many lakaras have been brought in by the Kavi? Shatrantas, Amma. Bhagavan narhasi mam anyan ripalan iva bhavayitum. अभूमिः अयम् उपचाराणाम् अभूमिः अयम् उपचाराणाम् अलम् अतियन्त्रणाय. So don't give me too high a status like this, something like that. Okay. Durastithopi manoratha shishyoyam bhagavatam. I am actually your shishyat by sankalpa. May not be direct, even though I am staying far. Mananiyam cha guruvat na ullanganam arhati guroho asanam. Asatam cha bhavantah eva atra iti. I mean, you be seated, I will be standing. That's all he is trying to say in very colorful Sanskritam. Evam vyahritya raja parijanochite vasasi nishasada. He went and stayed in a place suitable for parijanas, not for gurus, like that. Bhairavacharyopi preetya anatikramaniam nrupavachanam anuvartamanah purvavat tadeva vyagrajinam abhajata. आसीने च सराजके परिजिने शिष्यजने च समुचितम् आर्ध्यादिकं चक्रे. I don't know, अर्घ्यादिकं, अर्घ्यादिकं चक्रे, समुचितम अर्घ्यादिकं चक्रे. Arghya, padya, this is the way to greet atithis, no? That one, okay? We give water for the hand cleansing, for achamana, for we do the pada cleansing. Those are all called arghya karya, okay? क्रमेण च नृपमाधुर्या प्रहृतान्तःकरणः उवाच. नृपम् आधुर्या प्रहृतान्तःकरणः, अर्थात् सः गुरुः भीमाचार्यः वा भैरवाचार्यः उवाच. प्रायः ताता is used in the sense of almost like son also sometimes, okay? Ati namrata eva te kathayati gurunam gauram. Oh no, this is king telling the guru, sorry. So tata here refers to the father level status also, okay? Ati namrata eva te kathayati gunanam gauravam sakala sampat patram asi janmanah prabhriti adatra drishtihi asmi swapateyeshu. I don't know the breakdown. Some of them are very tough. Dhanaihi avikritam kvachit sharirakam asti bhaiksharakshitaha santi pranaha kashtena uparjitani katichit vidyante vidyaksharani bhagavat bhattaraka sevaya samuparjita kiyatyapi sannihita punyakanika svikriyatam yadatra upayogarham iti. So something the guru says, actually tata is again, now I am seeing the context. Sorry, now I am seeing the context. It must be the guru telling this Raja only. So later on we will come back slowly if required. Raja tu tam pratyabravit. So clearly he is responding back. So that is Guru Vachana. Bhagavan yushmat darshanat uparjitam eva aparimitam kushala jatam iti. So obviously Guru has offered some things. Whatever is appropriate, please take it. But here he is saying your darshana itself is my uparjana. There is nothing I need. Something like that. Vividabhischa katabihi chiram stitva griham agat. Okay. So vividabhihi kathabhihi chiram stitva means by some kind of a discussion is being referred to as kathabhihi. Okay. Griham agat. So he returned. Anyasmin divase bhairavacharyopi rajanam drashtum yayo. So now Bhairavacharya has come to the king. Tasmai cha raja santahpuram saparijanam sakosham atmanam niveditavan. So with everything he did his arpana to the acharya. Sacha vihasya, I mean sa guruhu, saha guruhu cha vihasya tata kva vibhavaha kvacha vayam vanavardhitaha. What are all these rich things and what are we who are just mere guys who stay in the forest? Iti uktva sthitva cha kanchit kalam jagama. So he also spent some time. So some extract which doesn't have great purpose other than to explain the kavitva of the sentences. Okay, we can't tell the storyline. So we only think story happened is the king went to the acharya and there was some exchanges, and the acharya one day came to the king. There were some minor exchanges. That is the summary we are getting. That's all. Okay. Gadyam sadapi samasa bhuishtam sandira sahitam cha bhavati. Sandhi will be done usually, it will not be broken up. Arthabodaha sulabhataya bhavatu iti uddeshena atra harshacharita sangrahastaha bhagaha svikritaha natu moola harshacharita staha bhagaha. So moola harshacharitatna sangrahat svikritamasti kenapi sangrahah kritamasti tadeva atra yatha vastu tatra asti tathaiva sthapitam asti. So these guys have not edited anything. They have taken an extract originally from Harshatarisa Sangraha. Patana Saukaryaya Sandhivichedanaha Sarvatra Kritaha Asti. So unfortunately they have already broken down some sandhis. If we go to original Harshatarisa Sangraha, it will be more compact due to sandhis. Some sandhis they have kept, some they have extracted for our convenience. Okay, so here today we don't have the time to go into in depth. So you guys read this again, see what you can get. For some important words that are difficult to understand, where they have given index, see 1, 2, 3, and then given the Sarala Samskrita. See, apare dyuhu anyasmin dine, anantara dine, another day, upon another day, saptami. But it is a, here it is a anya dyuhu is a avyaya in saptamyartha, but here it is dine is saptami. That's, and then vajihi is ashwa, another paryaya pada. Vajinam, okay, vajin nakaranta sabda. I think vaji may be pratama, I don't know, or may not be vajihi, but anyway, so vajinam is karma, so ashvam they have kept. So like this they have given some help. With that, maybe a second reading with this we can try to get at least 70, 80, 90% of the meaning everywhere, unless we get some proper vyakhyana help. Sometimes some things maybe our interpretation may be limited. Okay, so it will be interesting to do that work yourselves also once. Let me see if we have time, we can come back and attack this. Okay, so with that we will call it a morning, and we will catch up Sunday morning 11 o'clock with the balance portions. Okay, and try to get on with the studies. If there are some questions at this time, please ask them related to what we did. I know we have not fully got the meaning in a word by word sense, but we have got the overall purport of the story. But here the idea was to appreciate how these Gadya Kavyas are, rather than for us to break down the samasa, vibhakti and all that. Okay, please, Smita Bhagini.
Mahodaya, actually keep that first Anvaya Kraman Shloka. In that they asked about this, but what doubt I have is Yathaha Vedaihi Uktam Eva Artham Smritayaha Anusrutya Tatha Yanti Tatha Iti Drishtantah. Drishtantah incident.
Drishtanta is a historic reference. Yeah, when a popular reference for Upama is called a Drishtanta. Yeah.
It's an incident. It means an incident.
Drishtanta, I mean, incident, the way you are using in English sounds like some something that shouldn't happen, something. No. Drishtanta means a well-known fact here. Okay, what is the well-known fact? Smritis follow the Shruti is the well-known fact. Okay. Anybody else has a question?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Sir, in the Anvaya Krama, when we are trying to do the Samasaha, which form are we trying to go back to? Because we are moving off the Vibhaktis.
No. See, for example, Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni. I am looking at the screen right now, what I am showing and talking. Okay, Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni. So this is actually in Prathama, because in the sentence it belongs as a Visheshana to Sudakshina, who is called the Dhuri Kirtaniya here. Okay, so Vibhakti comes later when you apply the Samasapada in the sentence. But to understand the Samasapada, you do need the contextual knowledge of what is the Vibhakti and how it is placed in the sentence. Okay, that much you need to know. After that, once you have understood this is actually referring to Sudakshina, now you can find out what is Manushyeshwara, how it breaks down, what is Dharmapatni, how it does break down, how those two associate. So the highest level association is Manushyeshwaranam Dharmapatni Ya Sa Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni, which is Yasa is not required in the Vigraha Vakya. Manushyeshwaranam Dharmapatni Manushyeshwara Dharmapatni. So Shashti Tatpurusha Samasaha Strilinga Shabdaha. Okay, that's all. Then this happens to be in Pratama Vibhakti in the sentence. So there is no Vibhakti Viparyaya. There is no need to say Tam, Tasyaha, anything further. Because the word is in Pratama in the sentence. You can stop there. Got it?
Yes.
Am I answering
Sir,
your
can you?
question or am I
Yes,
answering
sir.
something else?
No. You are answering the question, sir. Can you go one slide later, sir, where in the yellow box you have done the samas? Kuranam Nyasaha Shashti Tatpurusha.
See, this is the
but
lowest level. See how the samasa is done. But when we analyze, when we go back to Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum, so Kuranyasaihi Pavitri Kritam Pamsuhu Yatra Saha or Yatra Tat Pamsum. I mean, where the dirt has been made pavitra with the placement of the hooves, that margam. So that's how we first mentally see, and then we can break it down. For example, we can go in order. So first we take Kuranyasa, Kuranam Nyasaha, Kuranyasaha, placement of Kura. Okay, then we can go Pavitra Pamsuhu. Okay, next word. You can break that down. Pavitram cha Pavitram Pamsuhu, Pavitra Pamsuhu, Karmadaraya. The Pamsu which is Pavitra. Okay. Then we can go association between those halves. Kuranyasaihi Pavitra Pamsuhu. One which is Athva Kuranyasaihi Pavitram Kritam Pamsuhu. Like that also you can explain there. Okay.
Got it, sir. Got it, sir.
That's how they have gone. See, here they have gone. Kuranam Nyasaha Shashti Tatpurushaha Kuranyasaha Kuranyasaihi Pavitraha. Oh, they have gone left to right. Kuranyasaihi Pavitraha. This is more correct actually. By Kuranyasa, that which is made Pavitra. But you can make Ekavachana here. Kuranyasa Pavitraha. Taha Kuranyasa Pavitraha. Like that. Kuranyasa Pavitraha Pamsavaha. Pamsuhu Pullinga Shabda. So Pavitraha is a Pullinga Bahuvachana. So this is Bahuvachana Pullinga. So Kuranyasa Pavitraha Pamsavaha Yasya Saha Margasya Visheshana. So Margaha Ityasya Varnanam. Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsuhu is the Pratama Ekavachana Pullinga form for Margaha. Then Tam Margam Kuranyasa Pavitra Pamsum. We have to write in the end. Okay.
Understood, sir. So part by part.
Yeah.
It has to come up.
Here, I initially made a mistake giving Karmadara association between Pavitra and Pamsu. That is not actually because Pavitri Krita is there. So Kuranyasaihi Pavitraha or Pavitraha Bahuvachana they have taken. First they have done. Then that they have taken and attached with Pamsu. And then they have taken the Bahuvrishanas Yasya Saha. The Pamsu is of in whomsoever. Whosoever dirt it is, the Margas dirt, like that. Okay.
Understood, sir. Thank you, sir.
Something like the scene above in the picture.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anybody else has a question? Okay. I think we can.
Yes.
Bagini, ask.
Dharma Patni is also samasa.
Yeah, they have not gone down. You are right. Dharma Patni is also a samasa. So here they have stopped, but Dharmishta Patni, Dharma Patni, like that. But it's a Karmadarya I can take because Dharma is the Visheshana of the Patni. Okay. So it's a kind of Karmadarya, you can say. Okay.
The whole Dharma Patni will not become a Bahuri.
Dharmini cha Yesha, we have to say Asau, I think. Dharmini cha Asau Patni, Dharma Patni, like that. The Patni who is a wife as well as a Dharmini, one who is following the Dharma.
But it refers to Sudakshina.
It refers to Sudakshina, but it is a Samastapada, you are right, and they have not broken it down further, but it is Dharmini cha Asau Patni, Dharma Patni, Karmadarya Samasa comes to my mind. Okay?
Okay.
Because it's the wife who carries the Dharma quality in her. Dharmini I have taken because of three association with Patni. Dharmini cha Asau Patni, Dharma Patni. Dharmishtaha Pati. For example, Dharma Patihi is there. Like then it is Dharmishtaha Asau Patihi cha Dharma Patihi. Like that. All right. Narayanan Varya, you have your hand up.
Mahodaya,
Those who don't have doubts can leave. Yeah.
महोदय अत्र अपांसुलानामपि समासम् इति वक्तुं शक्यते किल?
नै समासा. That has been explained. I thought we saw it somewhere. Apamsulanam. Right?
अहं मया न श्रुतं.
There you see here. Pamsula Shabda, right? Okay. Yeah. I don't think they put it under. I think they have taken a shortcut, not going there. You're right. There is a nai samasa there. Apamsula, na pamsula, pamsulaha, apamsulaha. Not dirty. Okay.
अस्तु महोदय, धन्यवादः.
Strilinga. Pamsula being dirty association to a as a visheshana to a feminine object. Here, ladies. Okay. Yeah.
धन्यवादः.
Welcome. I think we have solved all the questions. So thank you everyone. So we'll see tomorrow. All right. Namaste.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
Recording stop.